one of the things that we want to really showcase with this project is how preservation and sustainability are symbiotic. You know, the fact of restoring a building like this rather than tearing it down and building new, from a carbon footprint standpoint, you could never capture the carbon footprint that's in this building today. It would just be lost. So when I talk about sustainability in our work, for me the most sustainable thing to do is not to build new buildings. I've done that obviously, but renovating and rehabbing existing structures is the most sustainable thing to do.
Well, as it happens in our experience, to do any sort of building from a green, sustainable, healthy standpoint doesn't have to be more expensive, more difficult to do than to do the exact same thing most people would do conventionally. A lot of it has to just do with knowledge. People don't realize that there are options out there, and there's a chronic misconception in the building industry amongst architects, contractors, and lay people that it costs more money, which it doesn't if you know what you're looking to do.
The way that I sort of view it is that this farm and this house are part of the cultural heritage of this community. We are not so much owners as we are stewards. I mean, this goes back to 1744 or before. This is a cultural treasure in this community. We love this area, we really do. And we want to, restore this house appropriately, maintain it during our lifetimes, and then pass it on to someone else who will love it as well.
Historic buildings like this actually tend to be more efficient and more eco-friendly just inherently by nature, because back when they were built they didn't have air conditioning. They had to work with daylighting. This house is oriented perfectly due south. It has the right lighting. It has the thick stone walls, which will keep it highly insulated during the winter, cool during the summer, transoms over the windows. A lot of those features that you would put in a modern day green building that you probably wouldn't find in your classic McMansion that's thrown up, that's not meant to last.
11 years of my career, I didn't build a new building. It was all renovation, adaptive reuse, those sorts of projects. But the long-term vision for this is to take what was historically a working farm and bring it back to being a working farm.
So this house will be a home for my daughter and son-in-law. And the restoration will be done by our businesses, which are sustainability focused, both in architecture and design and construction and materials.
Well, obviously we want to show how you can take a very historic building like this that does have preservation restrictions on it, and how you can combine that with cutting-edge sustainability. By reusing a historic house like this, we're also saving the embodied energy in the house and the embodied carbon, which is, from a life cycle cost analysis standpoint, being as green as you can get.
Well, proof of concept is a good term for this, but the Green Building Center has been around for a while, so we've proven the concept on other projects, but nothing quite as big as this. One of my slogans for this whole project is taking the original off-grid house off-grid again. And one of the reasons that we went after this property, frankly, is because we thought we were the best people with the best resources to actually preserve this property and make it as sustainable as possible in the process. And one of the reasons that we think our model is so unique and so special is that because we have all these team members that are really like a big extended family, literally and figuratively, we have much better control over all three of those aspects of a project: time, money, and quality. And so bringing that to bear on this project, again, is sort of proof of concept at the end of the day.